And hello, welcome back, YouTube. It is Friday, July 1st, 2022, 8:53 a.m. I've been so productive for waking up at like 5:30 a.m. Actually went to my storage, crushed and sorted some recycling. I can't believe when I stopped, it was like, oh, it's so hot. It was only 90 degrees. But anyway, I don't know, just can't seem to take that like I used to be able to. But I've made some substantial progress, and that's good. And that's where I was when I started my last video. As you saw, I made it to PLS, got my money order, paid my rent, had a great chat with Lon, my landlord. That was cool. And check this guy out. I think he's going to the truck to the left of me here. He actually left that truck idling the whole time he was inside 7-Eleven. God, at the price of gas right now, and it's gone down. To be fair, it's gone down a little bit. In fact, I just got gas. I also topped off. That's the first thing I did when I left out of my place this morning. It was like right after 6 o'clock when I rolled out. But yeah, it was $4.79 a gallon at Costco. Most places, though, charging about, right now, it seemed to be charging about $5.29 a gallon. But yeah, guys leaving a truck that presumably has a V8 in it, just idling. I mean, I get wanting to keep your AC on, but come on, man. It's only about 92 degrees out right now. So, and how long are you going to be inside 7-Eleven? Anyway, I guess some people just feel the need to waste fuel. What can I do about it? So I did mention kind of frustrated with Priscilla, and to be fair, she did tell me last night, and of course she didn't come to my show, she never comes to my Thursday show anymore. She did say, that's actually part of why Mario had offered to be my wingman last night, which of course he totally wasn't. He totally let me down on that. I think he had told me when I saw him last Friday, it's like, hey, you see, he goes, dude, I hook up with a different woman out of this bar almost every night. He goes, I don't even hit on them or nothing. I just sit here and they come up to me. He goes, I'm like, yeah, well, you're a lot more charismatic than I am. He's like, oh, really? You're the guy up there playing the jams and singing. He goes, you should have women throwing themselves on you. You've got way more going on for you than me. And he did actually invite me to go to a show, and I'm wondering if it's like tonight or tomorrow night. I'd almost forgot about that. He said he was going to a show with some friends and asked if I wanted to come with to see a Motley Crue cover band. And I was just like, I'm like, oh, great. So a whole bunch of middle-aged white women. And he's like, yeah, it'd be great for you. He goes, the way you look, you'd probably be hooking up. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. I said, but I'm not into that. And he goes, that's probably the problem with you. So all the women in here, they probably think you're not into it. They probably just ignoring you because they don't think you like black women. I'm like, why would they think that? Come on now. Anyway, but yeah, he remembers when Priscilla used to come to my show and be there and and sing and be supportive of it but it's she said that anyway. She told me today that she had to be up, or last night after we had a little bit of bedroom fun, which was not I wasn't close to finish, and I don't think that at any point she was particularly finished either. She just kind of told me that I gotta go get gas. Really, right now? Like, Costco's open till 8:30 at night. Like, why you gotta go right now? I don't know. That seemed like the weakest excuse to stop that activity, like, ever. Well, to be fair, her vehicle's not here. That's a good thing. Yeah, so she had, and I said, well, and I was a little winded and a little tired, so I probably wasn't, getting up to performance as I should be, so to speak. And anyway, she said, but she did say she'd be right back. She's like, well, I just gotta go get the gas. I just want to do that right now. But I'll be right back. I'm like, okay. And I was still like super groggy and tired because I did not get much sleep because I don't think I got home from Bullock's until probably after 2 p.m. So at this point in time, I want to say it was probably about 7 p.m. ish. So yeah, I'm rolling on definitely less than 5 hours sleep. I'm tired, and I had been up a long period of time. I not only had all the stuff that I did in the daytime yesterday, but I had done a full shift at Amazon, mostly unloading totes. I mean, I had started as a water spider and did a little bit of that, moved some wood pallets around and some plastic pallets around. I don't think I even brought any product out. Never got to that before I got sent over to outbound and was doing inbound totes. Kind of funny, like I work in outbound and I'm doing the one thing that's going inbound, and when I work in inbound I'm doing the one thing that's going outbound, which is the wood pallets. Go figure. I'm a backwards guy. So yeah, it was a super long day yesterday. So yeah, I was tired. I was, I mean, she kind of, she's down. I'm down. God, I've been waiting for that for feels like months. So she said I'll come back. Just get a little more sleep. I'll come back as soon as I come back with gas. Well, and I did go back to sleep, and I woke up a little bit later. And I was kind of surprised that I woke up like alone. I figured that she would come, wake me up with her body, which is how I like to be woken up. And I walk out, and she's sitting in the living room and on the futon in her nest, watching some boring ass TV show on her laptop. And not cool. I was like, I thought you said you were gonna, come in and show me when you got back. She's like, oh, well, I gotta do blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I don't know. You say you're gonna do something, fucking do it. That's where I'm at on that. Like, I just don't like my emotions being played with, and I just don't like broken promises. If you say you're gonna do something for me, especially something intimate and physical, follow through. Otherwise, you're a fucking liar in my head. Just saying. Anyway, and then she's like, well, can you help me? And she's trying to do something in the bathroom with some kind of I don't understand, some sort of gas pressure thing that's supposed to unclog the drain, because the bathtub drain is still completely whack. And I don't know. She says she needed my help, and she's asked me to help her before, and I'm just like, nah. I'm in here laying in bed naked. I'm asking for your help. I'm not getting your help. You're not getting my help either. And we're at a stalemate here. Well, and then she's like, well, I've given you sex, and you said you were going to help with stuff, and then you didn't. And I'm like, well, okay, I want you to do this first. I'm like, okay, fair. And I got out of bed and I helped her with it, and she said she was going to join me. And this was after her sitting on the couch watching the TV show, when she said she was going to come back from gas and wake me up in the way I like to be woke up finally. And she like I helped her with that, and it didn't really seem to have any positive effect. And then I went back in bed and I laid and I waited for a while. And that was more lies, more freaking lies and broken promises. I'm just done with it. I just want to be done with it. I want a replacement for that. I want to meet another woman who's got her own job and got her own place and got her life together and doesn't need me to be Captain Save-A-Ho, and won't invade my space. Where I'm welcome to come invade her space, but I don't have to live there either. Crystal and I seemed like we were off to a good start. It's a shame so many red flags happened so fast and that ended so quick. And it's hard to believe it's been 2 months, because that's still constantly on my mind, because I haven't been that happy in a while. Wow, they're playing Iggy Pop on the high school station. Nice. I wish that station had a stronger signal, because they hands down play the best music of any station in the valley. It's the station out of Eve at 88.7, and I should know what the heck it's called, but I forget. Anyway, so back to Priscilla. Yeah. So while I waited, I was just like, well, fuck, I gotta get dressed. I need to go to Bullock's, and that's where my my video is. I did shoot a vlog on the way to Bullock's. That's where that one started. So yeah, when I left here, I was pretty frustrated with her. As far as I'm concerned, like what we did, yeah, we did something. I guess I should be grateful for it, but just, let's just say I've had more satisfying sex by myself in the last 48 hours. Just saying. So, yeah. Yeah. She did mention somewhere in there that, well, when you come home, don't wake me up, because I got to be up for work early, because I got to go into the office tomorrow. I'm like, well, okay. And I wish she'd be more like, hey, I'm gonna be laying naked on the couch, but I don't want you to wake me up until X time, because I'll set an alarm. I'll do it. I'll be ready at that specific time. And I did have a couple times I came in and tried to kind of cuddle with her and feel up on her, and both times she just like rolled over and got angry about it. So I don't know. I just want to be done. I just feel so much better if she was just out of my apartment, and then I could just not worry about this, and could probably find another woman if I wasn't so distraught over this one. Anyway. This morning, so yeah, she's a couple times, like at one point I heard her alarm going off, so I came back and tried to cuddle with her. I figured, well, her alarm's going off, that means she should be getting up, right? So I can be part of the alarm sequence, right? Wrong. I was really tired. You know what it's like when you just want to get that extra little bit of sleep. And God knows what she did last night that didn't involve her going to sleep. Speaking of things that she's done, so supposedly she's trying to get another apartment, trying to get the money to get another apartment. She's got a brand new bass guitar sitting in her nest and a book about how to play bass. It's like, wait a minute, you don't have enough money to get your own apartment, but you had enough money to buy a bass guitar? Are you fucking kidding me? I hope to God that was a birthday present from somebody. Because if she's got money to piss away on that kind of bullshit, but she's not paying her portion of the utilities or rent on time, and she's not moving the fuck out, that shit pisses me off. It does. Really, really it does. Yeah. Anyway, so I thought it's like, well, you know how it is, you just want to get a little bit extra sleep. I said, yeah, I know what it's like when I'm that tired, and you know what I really want? She goes, what? So I really want you to just cuddle up and get intimate with me and wake me up, right? That's what I want. And she's like, well, that's not what I want. I'm like, all right, whatever. Got up, went back to my room, back on YouTube, and I couldn't get back to sleep. And that's when I walked out to the kitchen, and I walked out to the kitchen just in time to see her coming in from outside with a pack of cigarettes, because she just finished smoking. I'm like, oh, yeah, you don't have time in the morning to be intimate with me, but you got time to smoke cigarettes. Good to know where your priorities are. And I just turned around and walked back into my room. Anyway, at that point, wow. Oh, that's dripping. I'm watching that pigeon right there, and I'm seeing dripping come down. I'm like, is he shitting right there off the side of the roof? But no, actually, that's the condensation off my air conditioner. And he's drinking from it. That's cool. It's probably the coolest, most refreshing water that bird's gonna find. So props to the Sky Rat for being resourceful and finding some cold water. Cold's probably clean water. Speaking of which, since I've shut off my car, it's starting to get hot in here real quick. So I need to wrap this up. But yeah, anyway, at that point, I just got nothing more to say to her. It's like, if you need to make a decision what you want in your mouth more, me or a cigarette. And the cigarette thing is really a big point of contention for me. I'm not a smoker. I do not find smokers attractive. I mean, if there's one thing at the top of the list that makes her not marriage material, she smokes cigarettes. Full stop. I would never, ever, ever marry a woman that smokes cigarettes. Period. Neither my baby mamas were cigarette smokers. Throwing that out there. Anyway, and one of those being, of course, my ex-wife. Anyway, she and she told me, like, within the first year that we were dating, she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna quit smoking cigarettes. Yeah, add that to the list of lies, because she's still doing that. And speaking of things pissing away money on, like you don't have money to get your own place, but you still have money for cigarettes. Curious what she spends a month on fucking cigarettes. If there's anything that's a complete waste and burning your money, it's cigarettes. But I guess she really needs. I guess just in case her kidneys aren't failing fast enough, she needs that. She needs to work on her lung cancer as well. Speaking of which, it seems like it was maybe about a month and a half ago that she was saying she was having all kinds of medical problems, and that was a reason that she couldn't be intimate with me, and saying that her kidneys were failing and that she didn't think she'd make it to her birthday. So she made it to her birthday. So I don't know if that's better or not. Not that I want her dead. I just want her to move the fuck out and quit playing with my fucking emotions and my hormones. Anyway, I'm going inside. I'm going to try and enjoy the fact that she is not in my home for once. And maybe do some cleaning in my place. I should probably do laundry today. Today would be a really good day to do laundry, or at least get it ready. Although I really want to head over, since I'm up early, I really want to head over to Bullock's, since they open at 10. And I feel like, what time is it? Hang on, how do I find out the time? It's 9:09, so probably spend about an hour here before I head over there. You still want to get on Google Maps and update the hours, so it says that they do open at 10, because right now Google Maps does not show hours for Bullock's, and the last time it did, it said 11. One thirsty bird up there. I don't think what else I was going to mention about that. Oh, the Circle K chick. The woman at the cashier at 36th Street, no, I find rather attractive in a ghetto girl kind of way. She was actually super friendly with me today, and was talking to her about Bullock's and about my show and just what a great show I had last night. And she's like, oh, you didn't tell me you did that, because I told her I work at Amazon. Usually she sees me come in the morning, I'm still wearing my safety vest, and I'm like, oh yeah, I do that every Thursday. You probably really dig it. And I was explaining what it is, and her and then the other guy that works with her were both pretty interested in it. And she said she actually lives on that side of town. So I'm kind of bewildered why somebody would commute all the way from that part of town to this part of town to work at Circle K. But I'm sure people around Bullock's are confused why I commute that far to host karaoke. But I've tried to get a karaoke gig in this neighborhood, and all the bars in this neighborhood that said they were going to hire me for karaoke hired somebody else. So at least I got a good show somewhere, and that's something that helps keep me together. It really does. Anyway, yeah, she said she lives kind of close to it. I gave her the information, like I had her look it up on Google Maps and save it. And I told her, it's like, well, there's a live band tonight. So I'm not sure what time she gets off work, but she usually goes in at about 6 a.m. So I would imagine she probably gets off work at mid-afternoon. Anyway, I told her if she gets there before 8, I'll probably still be there. So yeah, I think I need to go inside, be a little productive, and then head over to Bullock's. I do want to do laundry this weekend, but I don't think that's a good project for today. Anyway, thanks for listening. Wasting way more time on this than I should, but I don't know. The talking to myself over to whoever the hell listens on YouTube seems to be helping clear my head. And I will say, since I've started doing this, I'm a lot less suicidal, if for no other reason than I'm not keeping all these thoughts inside. They're going out somewhere. So I think that's a good thing.